Hey guys, this is Lolo where I make humongous food, and today we're gonna make a giant donut. I'm going to do a cake donut instead of a yeast donut, which kind of kills me a little bit because I do prefer yeast. I think cake will be a lot easier to fry, which I'm terrified about. We have goggles and gloves because I'm actually nervous that we're gonna burn ourselves pretty seriously. I'm gonna start with the dough. All right, we got all-purpose flour, 6 cups of it. Got a tablespoon of baking powder, some salt, and then something that you might not have noticed is in a donut is nutmeg. It's classic, so we've got some freshly grated. We are going to combine the eggs. We got 3 eggs, room temperature. I put 1 1/4 cups of sugar because this is a huge ass donut. I want it to kind of like look like it's thickened a little bit. I'm gonna gradually add in the vanilla and the melted butter. Whole tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. 6 tablespoons of melted butter, cooled slightly. So now we're gonna gradually add in the dry ingredients and the buttermilk. Ah!
Should we lower the speed a little bit?
Lower the speed like June said. Wear an apron like June is. The dough looks nice. We want to refrigerate this, let it rest in the fridge for maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer since there's so much of it, because we want to just make it easier to work with so that we can fry it in one piece and it's not just gonna like fall apart. June, how are we gonna cut out
That's what I was
the donut
thinking just now? How big of a hole do you want?
So if our donut's this big,
How's that size?
oh my God, I think that's too big.
Is it too big for the frying?
This is too big to fry.
No!
This is what we're gonna attempt to fry our donut in. If you remember, this is where we boiled a giant bagel. We're not sure how the oil thing is gonna work, but I think the donut, I don't know, I think it could only be like 9 or 10 inches.
I think this would work.
Spring from pan,
And then-
interesting. Yeah,
The hole.
that's perfect.
You want this to be the inside hole? Is that too big?
It seems too big, but don't you think it's kind of like gonna shrink back a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it hits the frying oil, it should puff up.
Anyways, back to the dough.
That doesn't look so intimidating.
It should be big enough, yeah?
Yeah.
Slide this onto a baking sheet and refrigerate this to let the dough harden for a little bit. Let's try 30 minutes. And we'll see. Usually you want at least a couple inches to fry. Our guy is so big that I feel like we're gonna need it pretty deep.
Well, we're gonna have to flip, right?
Yeah. So we can't do too much oil.
2 whole bottles?
Yeah.
I say more. If you don't have enough oil, it might make it really oily but not cooked on the inside.
Yeah. It should go up about halfway up the donut, I think. Bottle 3. I'm gonna call it quits there. I think that's a scary amount. So we're gonna heat 2 burners over medium. I have 2 candy thermometers. We want the oil to be 350. Dough is chilled, it's slightly firm, and I've got the size of a springform pan, and I'm gonna use this as kind of a stencil. It's not quite sharp enough to just stamp it out, so I'm using a paring knife, and I'm just going to trace around to cut out my dough. A lot of excess dough. And then I've just got a huge biscuit cutter. I don't know why anyone would need something this size, and I'm just gonna actually stamp this out. And I'm gonna take out this giant donut hole. We forgot to grease our parchment paper. Again, this has happened before.
That's not too bad.
A lot of excess dough. So we're gonna transfer this
I'll just flip it.
carefully onto parchment paper. Temperature of oil right now is 260. We've got about 90 degrees to go. While the oil heats up, we're gonna make some glaze. Chocolate glaze, powdered sugar, cocoa powder. Whisk this together, and a pinch of salt. And once it's nice and evenly combined, I'm gonna pour in the milk. And I'm just gonna do a splash of it. This is looking pretty nice to me because I do want it thicker. I don't want to just totally slide down the donut. I'm hoping that it kind of stops. Okay, so it looks like left side is a little bit warmer. This is about 340 and this is like 335. June, yes. Game plan for getting donut in hot oil. Are we just gonna slide it?
I'm just worried that fingers, hands, spatulas will ruin the circle shape of it. So I was thinking that we put a piece of parchment on top and then we flip it, drop the whole parchment into the pan and then try to sneak out the parchment from underneath.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, you're always right.
I don't know about that.
Do you want gloves?
For entertainment.
I'm honestly worried it's just going to splat.
No, I don't think so. You can't just drop anything in the oil. You just go slow and control. Now will it? Maybe we need another utensil. No, it's coming out.
You okay?
Yeah.
So it totally is sinking. Okay.
Can't see in this thing.
Oh,
it's fine. It's
fine.
floating. Oh, no, it's cracking.
No. So this is a fail.
Maybe give it more time.
But I think we should like cook the other side.
Yeah.
To learn from it.
Well, let's let it cook a little bit longer.
It smells good. So this broke. I'm really upset. This is my first big fail.
I do want to taste it.
I do too. And I want to see if the like inside is cooked through.
I wonder if it's because we kept trying to flip it too early. So then it cracked. It wasn't really cooked, especially considering that it's such a big donut and there was a lot of wet, raw mass inside.
Yeah.
The moment we tried to flip it.
I also think that the hole needs to be smaller.
Do you want to test with your dough scraps?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Try a smaller hole.
That's really sad. It smells like a donut though.
It looks like a donut. That cooked a lot faster than... No, it's raw. That little bit.
Very center as well.
I think the donut needs to cook until the outside is a deep golden brown. It should look like it's too cooked.
So I think we're learning. June made more dough, cut the edges, and we're gonna go with a smaller hole this time. Another biscuit cutter, and here we go. Cute little donut hole. Game plan is to baste. That seemed to work well. And I'm gonna use this because I burnt myself a couple times when I was basting. Is this worth doing at home?
I don't know. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Careful.
Oh, I should have trimmed that.
You scared me. Oh my God, June. Okay. I'm nervous that people are gonna say this isn't big enough since we've been known to make 15-pound Hot Pockets and 8-pound bagels. I'm just honestly not quite sure what else we can do in this situation. This is already really dangerous and I'm hot as hell.
It looks like the donut has touched the bottom of the pan because it's
so below.
It's so tall that it's not even moving in the pan anymore. It's not swimming anymore. How should we move this?
I hate this. Ow!
You're almost there. Ready?
Yeah. You can.
But I think the pretty
Here,
side
I
is
want
on the
the-
other side.
yeah.
So we're gonna flip it.
Okay.
No! It was too tall for the...
Yeah.
Oh, we never added oil. Remember we said we were gonna add oil and we never added oil.
It's okay. You know, there aren't too many burnt spots.
That's
I feel like
true.
we can just...
You can cover it with chocolate.
Yeah. I'm literally just gonna...
You guys are cheating.
I'm so excited about this.
Maniacal.
We are going to glaze this puppy while it's still warm. And this is so damn thick that I'm just gonna spoon it over the top and then spread it with a spatula. June for scale. Giant donut.
Are you proud of it?
I am. Do you think it's not big enough?
It doesn't look that pretty. Is that a rude thing to say first thing right out of the gate? Moment of tooth. It's got this really great
Oh my god.
crispy outside that you want.
It's really good.
There's like a funnel cake.
The outside crust is spectacular. It's
It's phenomenal. I can't even eat that because it doesn't have the crust on it.
No.
I need the crust.
Love it.
Cool.
Very messy.
I think we're good, Charles.